Hello, class. Good afternoon. All right, so we are on chapter 6 of Judy Moody. But just to recap on chapter 5 real quick, it was a short chapter, but we do know Judy got to bring in her Venus flytrap to the class to show for show and tell. It also ate too much of the hamburger, so it took a while to wake up again and open up its mouth. And it was a stinky animal. It stunk all up her in her bag, a little bit in the classroom, but she was still able to show it. And lastly, we know she named her new animal Jaws because of the little teeth marks around it, around the little green part of its mouth. So let's get started. This chapter is called Dr. Judy Moody. Finally, Judy thought, the only thing finer in the world than getting Jaws had to be getting a big brown box in the mail with the name Dr. Judy Moody on it. She was in operating mood. Just a real quick, operating means that you are working on something, and usually you would go under an operation if you are a doctor. Can I open it? Asked Stink, coming out of his closet for it. What does it say right there? Asked Judy, pointing to the label. Dr. Judy Moody, read Stink. Exactly, said Judy Moody. I collected all the box tops. I got you some from the school nurse, said Stink. Okay, you can go get the scissors. Stink handed over the scissors. Judy poked through the tape and broke open the flaps. Mouse pawed at the sticky tape. Stink's head kept getting in the way. Stink, I'm in the middle of an operation. Judy pulled aside the tissue paper and lifted out the doctor doll. At last, Judy held the doll in her lap and stroked her silky smooth hair. She made neat little bows in the ties of the doll's blue and white hospital gown. The doll was wearing a hospital bracelet. We can see that's her doll that she got from collecting all those box tops, and that's who she's operating on. Her name is Hedda Get Betta, Judy read. Does she do anything? Said Stink. It says here if you turn the knob on her head, she gets sick. Then you turn the knob again, she gets better. Get it? Judy turned the knob on the doll's head until a new face appeared. She has measles, said Stink. She talks when you hug her, too. Judy hugged the doll. I have measles, said Hedda Get Betta. Judy turned the knob until another face appeared. Then she hugged the doll again. I have chickenpox, said Hedda Get Betta. Cool, said Stink. A sick doll, with 3 heads. Judy turned the knob once more and hugged the doll. All better, said Hedda. Can I make her get sick? Then better? Asked Stink. No, said Judy. I'm the doctor. Judy opened her doctor kit. At last, I have something to practice on, she said. You practice on me all the time, said Stink. Someone who doesn't complain. You'd complain too if you had to hold a lamp up and get bandages all over you. Why can't I ever be Elizabeth Blackwell, first woman doctor? For one thing, you're a boy. Can I put her arm in a sling? Asked Stink. No, said Judy. She held her ear scope up to the Hedda's ear and turned on the light. Can I mix up some of this blood from your doctor kit? Shh, I'm listening. She held the stethoscope on Hedda. Then she held it to Stink's chest. What? Said Stink. What do you hear? A heartbeat. This can only mean one thing. What? You're alive! Can I listen for a heartbeat? Okay. But first, get me a glass of water to mix the blood in. You get it, said Stink. Don't touch anything until I get back, said Judy. Don't even breathe. As soon as Judy rounded the corner, Stink turned the knob on the doll's head. Measles. He turned the knob again. Chickenpox. Measles. Chickenpox. Measles. Chickenpox. Stink turned Hedda Get Betta's head back and forth, over and over, faster and faster. Uh-oh, said Stink. What? Judy asked, returning with the sloshing. So we can see that Stink might have been playing with the doll a little too fast, and I can only assume might have broken Hedda Get Betta. But Judy does not know that yet. What? Judy asked, returning with a sloshing glass of water. Her head is stuck, he said. Judy grabbed Hedda Get Better, away from Stink. I have chickenpox, Hedda said. Judy tried to turn the knob. The knob was stuck all right. It would not turn, no matter how hard Judy twisted and yanked and pulled. I have chickenpox. I have chickenpox, Hedda said again and again. Her head is stuck on chickenpox, Judy moaned. It's not my fault, said Stink. It's true. Now she'll never get better. Judy took Hedda's pulse. She listened to Hedda's heart. She checked Hedda's forehead for a fever. My first patient. She's going to have chickenpox for the rest of her life. Judy took the doll to her mother. But Mom could not turn the knob even with her best opening pickle jar twist. Judy took the jar to her father, but Dad could not get the doll's head to turn even with his best opening spaghetti sauce turn. What are you going to do? Asked Dad. There's only one thing I can think of. Give her a shot? Asked Mom. No, said Judy. Band-Aids. Cool, said Stink. Stink and Judy put fancy Band-Aids on Hedda Get-Betta's face, one for every chicken pox. Then they put Band-Aids all over her body. There were endangered species Band-Aids, dinosaurs, tattoos, mermaids, and race cars. Even glow-in-the-dark, bloodshot eyeball Band-Aids. So she won't scratch, said Dr. Judy. I'm glad that emergency's over, said Dad. Judy tried to turn the doll's head one last time. She did not yank or twist or pull. She very slowly, very carefully turned the knob. Hedda's head turned, and her smiling, no chicken pox face reappeared. I cured her, Judy yelled. She hugged her doll. All better, said Hedda Get-Betta. Good as new, said Mom and Dad. I'm just glad she didn't have a spotted fever, said Judy. I never in a million years would have had enough Band-Aids for that. So we can see Judy Moody, future doctor, is already working on her patients and helping them get better. And what we thought Stink might have broken, this new doll, turns out that Judy was able to fix it.